Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Winston Wednesday, April 16th, and welcome to another episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is the founder and owner of Clean It Best LLC. She is also a correctional officer, businesswoman, and so much more. She's also an author as well, too. And I'm super excited to be sitting down with her. Now, she was recommended to me through one of my guests who I always have on the platform, Andre Bellows. So please, without further ado, let's welcome Stephanie West to the dollhouse. I'll put my little hand on over here a little.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, beautiful.
How are you
How are you
doing?
doing? I'm doing wonderful. It's such a
Th-
pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
It is
I
such a pleasure
appreciate
to
it.
have you here. And you were recommended through Andre Bellows. So when he sent
Yes.
me that information, he said, get in touch with her. And you got in touch with me. I said, oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. She's a businesswoman. She's black. She's beautiful. And everything. So we'll be getting into everything that you have going on. But before we get into your story, how has 2025 been for you so far?
You know what? It's been amazing. I've been busy. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm in everything, doing everything, living life. It's such a blessing. 2025 is really blessing me at this moment, and I can't wait to see what's going on further in this year. So I'm really excited. Everything's been going well, like amazingly just awesome. So
Yes, yes, yes. And what I love about you, Stephanie, is that you are a businesswoman. You're black, and if you guys can both look at the screen and see, we're both chocolate sisters up in here. So,
ain't nothing better than chocolate.
hello, yes. But what I love is that to see another black woman
Yeah.
handling her business, you're not only a correctional officer, but you also have Clean It Best LLC, which is your brand you
Yeah.
have created. You're also an author. And
Yeah.
it's just like for women, for us, we wear so many
Yeah.
hats. So
Yes.
for you, my first question I want to start off with the interview before we get into your stories. Do you believe that women we deserve to have it all? Because Michelle Obama, she was asked the question, can women balance it out? Being a mom, having a business, being successful. And in a day and age where our rights as women is under attack, it proves to show that even through all of this adversity, we still
Yeah.
continue to balance everything out. So that was going to be my first question. Do you believe that women, we can have it all?
Yes. I feel like women can do almost anything as men can do. Women are independent, women are conquerors, women are strong. We are the most strongest creatures on this earth. We can be a mom, we can work, we can go to school, we can have 10 jobs and still wake up in the morning, put makeup on our face, and smile at the end of the day. So women can do anything they put their mind to. First, you got to have the mindset of wanting and willing to do what you want to do. If you don't have that mindset, you're not going to go anywhere. But with a strong mindset and with God on your side, anything is possible. So with all these jobs I have, yes, sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm weary, but I'm also stay strong and know that I can do it because I believe I can do all things in Christ that strengthens
Come
me.
on.
So yes, women can do it all. Women can be the bosses of this world, of this universe, and be great at it. Shoot, we could be president. Okay, we can do it all. So it's nothing holding women back. People think, oh, you're a woman, you can't do this. Don't say what I can't do, because God said I can do it all. So we can do just as much as men can, anybody in this world. So yes, women can definitely top it, top tier, do it all. So it ain't nothing holding no woman back. Don't say you are held back, because you're not. If you are held back, you're the one holding yourself back.
And not just that, but it's difficult for us being black as well, to black
Yeah.
women. We have the most challenges in
Yeah.
this world from job positions and under this administration we're seeing currently that they're saying, oh, women, they're scrubbing away the women, black women and
Yeah.
men who served in the military, all of these things. It's just like we are qualified for these
Yeah.
positions.
We
And
are.
this year alone, it shows that women, especially black
Mm.
women, have earned more college degrees than men alone.
Yes,
So,
they
what are your
have.
thoughts on that, Stephanie? Seeing that, because that's what the stats are saying is true.
The stats are stats. I mean, the world is going to say whatever they want about a woman, but you can't always listen to stats. You're supposed to listen to what God is telling you. Stats are stats. I feel like if women couldn't go in the military, they wouldn't have women in the military. If women couldn't build buildings and skyscrapers, they wouldn't have women do it. But women have those same capabilities as men or anybody else. So don't let stats and statistics and things like that hold you back, because it's not true. We're the statistic and we're the ones to change it and show them like, hey, this stat is not true. This woman can do it also. So if I can do it, any other woman can do it.
And it goes to show you our hard work, our
Yeah.
strength. Even through the face of adversity, we experience misogyny. We
Yeah.
always come back and we bounce back even stronger.
Yeah.
When they're telling us, no, you can't do this because you're a woman, you're too dark, you're too this. These are the things that black women face in the workplace. And even
Yes.
our hair is another is a whole
Yeah,
different
it's
story. That's
crazy. They
texture.
cut it. They do all type of crazy stuff, and I'm like, why are you cutting our hair? Why are you doing these things? Like, black is beautiful, and it's something. I hate to say, some Caucasians want to be our skin color because they think it's beautiful. All that black melon is beautiful, but we have to embrace our beauty and not let others tear dark skinned women down. It's not just light skinned women running the world, it's all colors of dark skin, light skin, caramel, white, brown. It doesn't matter what color you are. You need to embrace your beauty and love it.
Absolutely. And as African American women, we experience colorism the most.
Yes.
And a prime example of that, I'm pretty sure you watched Jessie Wustef. Um, she spoke about it, and not just her, but Viola Davis, Gabrielle Union as well
Yeah.
too. And who else? Michelle Obama, the 8 years that she's been in the White House,
Yeah.
they've been calling this woman gorilla and everything. Serena
It's
Williams, any woman who is
horrible.
of darker hue. And for those of you who do not know, I'm educating you. It's called misogynoir because darker skinned women, we are looked often as masculine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not appealing. Whereas lighter skin is looked at as the more Eurocentric beauty standards,
Yeah.
or the light eyes, light skin, good texture of hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been that way within the black community. And I have experienced it, and I'm pretty sure Stephanie here has also experienced it. Any black woman who is of a
Yeah.
darker hue, we have been told that we are unattractive and unappealing. And if you go back and you look at the color purple, there was more favoritism towards Nettie than Celie, because
Yeah.
Celie was of a darker hue. She had a
Yeah.
different texture
Yeah.
of hair.
Yes,
So
she
you see,
did.
colorism is even in some of the shows that we would watch growing up. Living Single. You had
Yes.
Regine, you had St. Clair, you had Khadijah. They were all a lighter skin.
Yes.
But Maxine and Kyle were of a darker
Yeah.
hue. Now,
Yep.
Living Single was a good show,
It was.
hands down. Don't get me wrong.
It
I binge watching.
was.
I'm a little bit of Regine and Max. We all developed and connected with the characters in some sort of way, but it's just like it's more shades of brown and beautiful. But Kim Cole said something about the lighting on the show. They had special lighting for each cast
Wow.
member that would come in through the door. And they won an award for the lighting. And so she went, and it was so funny. She went and she purchased the award because they didn't give her an award for winning. Erica Alexander, who played Maxine Shaw on the
Mm-hmm.
show, won an award because all the girls were up for an award. But what happened was the lighting director won an award. And so she took on over to eBay because you know you can go and you can purchase and you be
Yeah.
paying a grip for these awards and stuff. And she said, I paid for this award. And thank you, Kim Fields asked her about it
Okay.
because they did a live together. So when Kyle and Max would come in the room, they would like their lighting different because of their darker skin tones, and that's why their skin looks so
Wow.
luminescent.
You
So the
taught me
lighting was
something. I
different,
did
but
not
I
know
never knew
that.
that. I never knew it either until Kim
No.
Fields and Kim Coles went live and talked about it. She said everybody was a different shade of brown on Living Single, so the lighting had to be different. And even
Yeah.
in fashion magazines, we see it. And I've learned this working in the
Yeah.
fashion world. The beauty images that we see on
Yeah.
magazine covers wrinkles. They're lightened, they're enhanced, or technically there's
Yeah.
some sort of fine brushwork done to make anything look poreless and perfectionist.
It's true. I
That's what
remember
the
I
dark
did
is.
photos. I did a photo shoot and they said, okay, give us a second because they had to change the lighting. It had to be a certain way to take my photos. And I didn't understand it at the moment because I know I am dark. So I'm like, okay, maybe they don't want it to blend in with the background or it looks too where it's supposed to be. They wanted the image to look brighter because of my skin complexion is so much darker. And sometimes you got to
And
change that because the skin is so dark and everything like that, which I understand. It's not something that I don't understand. I get it, but it is crazy that they have to do such things like that.
And we also see it on reality shows, Stephanie. Like,
Yeah.
if you go to Basketball Wives, who do we know who's experienced things? OG. And people looked at her like she was crazy,
Yeah.
saying, she plays football. She plays football.
Mhm.
She is athletic built, but she's very voluptuous. She's curvaceous.
Yes.
So massage you are your build. We've seen it with Serena Williams as well too. The critics are saying, why does her skin look this tone? Why does her
Yeah.
skin look this tone? So I mean, the beauty standards of what African American women should look like
Yeah.
are it's very harming to us because we look in the mirror and we go and we think, oh, we need to change this about ourselves. We need to
Right.
go and we need to
It
change
makes us
our
insecure
features.
in ourselves
Right.
because we think we're too dark. So now we want to put all these chemicals and buy lighter makeup to make us look lighter. But you need to embrace your beauty. You are beautiful, the color skin that you are. And until you realize that, you're just going to be insecure, and you can't be insecure with yourself. You have to know, like, hey, I may be this dark, but I am beautiful and I'm going to embrace it and love it and care for it like it was my own child. Because if you don't take care of your care, self-esteem, then what's the point? You got to care about yourself. You got to love yourself. You are beautiful. God made you this skin complexion for a reason. It ain't no sun that made you darker unless you were sitting out there. But still, you're beautiful. Because I sit in the house all the time. So I'm dark like this because I'm dark like this and I love it. And I feel like I am beautiful with my skin complexion and with my different texture hair. And I'm going to love it. And I'm going to embrace and tell my daughter the same thing. She's lighter than me. She's not as dark as me. But to let her know, like, hey, because I'm darker than you and you're lighter than me does not make you less beautiful. We're both beautiful and our hair texture is beautiful. You love yourself. Don't let nobody tear you down from what you look like because God created you to look like that. Don't change yourself. Don't do nothing. Love you. You don't need to change your skin or your hair because of what somebody else say. Because then they like, oh, you gonna change it because I said so. Then that means you don't have the mindset to think for yourself. And that's not the case because Black women are very smart and very intelligent. We just have to remember that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm looking at the comments. The comments is agreeing. Nurse Shula says, shouldn't have to change because of the darkness of
Yeah.
your color. That's crazy. We should never have to change who we are, period. And it's not only, people think that colorism is just a woman thing. No, men
No.
experience it also too.
Yep.
And it's a couple of actors that have spoken out about, hey, Clifton Powell even spoke out about it. He
Yep.
said some controversial things just recently, but he said, I've experienced this because I was a darker hue, and he is a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful chocolate brother. And the thing
Yeah.
about it is, it's like society, it goes all the way back to slavery, how they
Yeah.
would place us
Yeah.
lighter
They placed
skin
the darker
on the
skin
house.
outside and the lighter skins inside. It was crazy.
And it's what they would call it. They would call it mulatto. That's offensive to certain people because it dates
Yeah.
all the way back to slavery. That's
People
that
need to know
connection
their
to that.
history.
Yes. And it's important that we teach our children to embrace their
Yeah.
culture, their heritage. Yes, your hair texture is not going to be like Sonia's over here. It's going to
Mhm.
be a different hair texture. What's so unique
Yep.
about each and every one of us is that we have our own individual hair textures. You're going to have someone who's going to have 4C hair.
Yep.
You're going to have someone who has a tighter curl pattern.
Yep.
Everybody's hair texture is different. And even in the workplace as well as the school systems as well too,
Mhm.
because Stephanie, you're a correctional officer, and I'm pretty sure you've sat and talked with young girls and young boys on I've seen stories where the school systems would make the young men cut their dreadlocks. There's one story
Yep.
in particular that made me so
Yep.
mad because I'm like, I would have showed up to that school with my lawyer, not to act well. That would have been a different
Yeah.
story, but I would have showed up with my attorney to that school. Like,
Yep.
why does my son have to cut his
Right.
dreadlocks? It's like asking me to cut a part of my heritage, my lineage, my
Mhm.
blackness.
And
My hair is
dreadlocks
who
is
I
your
am.
hair. It's your hair is twisted up. So technically, if you're telling me to cut my hair, then you should cut your hair. It's the same thing. It's just in a different form and shape, but it's still my hair. It grew out of my head. So I never got how some schools cut little kids' hair. It was a girl I saw, and she was a little kid, and she was crying, and she had beautiful beads in her hair. I don't know if you guys remember that, and they cut her beads off, but instead of taking the beads out, they just cut where the beads started. So half of her hair was cut, and her mom was furious, came up there saying, "What is wrong with you? Why are you cutting her hair?" And put it in a Ziploc bag like it was weed from the beauty shop. And I said, you don't do that. And I hope the mother did sue, because you don't just cut people's hair. It don't matter if it's braided, twisted, crocheted, whatever. If it's your hair, you nobody should have no right to tell you what to do, and nobody should definitely cut somebody else's child's hair. It's disrespectful to that parent and to that child and to the school system, because now the board has to come, and they have, and some black women are on the board, some black men are on the board, and they're probably looking like, why would you do that? And they say racism still ain't going on. Racism's going to go on until we're up in heaven. Is always going to be here. And but we can't let racism stop us from achieving goals. They feel like we can't move up because we're this color. No, that's not true. I can do whatever you can. It may be harder for me, but that just makes me stronger to achieve it and become where I'm supposed to be, and show, not just show you, but show myself that I can also be a high doctor, a top doctor, the best author, the best this, the best builder, or whatever your career goal is. And they want to throw shade at us, saying, "Oh, well, you can't get up there because where you come from, you come from the hood or the projects, or your parents didn't have enough money." That has nothing to do with my goal and my ambition on where I come from, because that's going to teach me and show me the strength that I have to look at and be like, hey, I can become this, and I'm going to work hard at it. And then once I become it, no, I'm not going to look at your face and say I did it, but trust and believe, I'm going to say it to myself that I can do it. I showed myself that I can do the same thing any other race can do.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I made my eyes like that for a reason because they'll say, no, you didn't earn it. You came from the hood. The new thing, y'all, and y'all know the new thing. Y'all know where I'm going. DEI.
Yeah.
That's what they're wanting
Yeah.
to say.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely didn't earn it. We didn't earn it. Yes, we did earn it. We're qualified to be in these positions as well
Yep.
too. My hair should not define who I am. My work skill
Exactly.
should. My hair is just a part of me. It's just a part of me telling my story as a
Yep.
black woman in this country. So it's a judge, and she did an interview where people were critiquing her over her beauty. She had this beautiful curly hair, and I
Mm-hmm.
have to find that story and send it to you, Stephanie, at the end of this interview.
Okay.
But she had this beautiful curly hair, and they were giving her so much fire. Why is it that as black women, we can't wear something that is a testament of us in the workplace? It's looked at as a distraction, or you need to tone it down, or you need to do this, or you need to
Mm-hmm.
do that. Assimilate. I'm not assimilating anything. Just as loud, just as back as in the 70s when we were wearing afros, well, because we were liberated.
Yep.
Each hairstyle has a story. It
Yes.
tells a story. a woman's hair is a crown, is her crown and glory, and that comes from the Bible
It
as well as
is.
Maya Angelou. He said that as well too. So
It
our
is.
hair should not define who we are as women.
It should
We
not.
are capable to do the job. We are capable
Yeah.
to do the job.
Yeah.
And
Any
our
job.
hair shouldn't be a distraction. Just our work ethic should show for it. If
Right.
we're at the top, we're showing you we can do this. We're running it down. We know everything from the back of our hand. That's what
Mm-hmm.
should speak for itself,
Yeah.
not my skin complexion or my hair
Or your
texture. Yes, it's gonna
curves,
be different.
because I've seen people saying your clothes are too tight. Baby, it's not my fault. God made me curvy. Okay, I'm curvy
They
for a
police our
reason,
bodies.
and technically my clothes ain't tight. I just got curves. I got chest. I got hips. I got butt. That doesn't mean that my clothes are as tight as that. It just means my clothes fit over my body like that. And it irks my nerves when they be like, "Oh, your jeans are too tight. You need to wear looser clothing." Why? Because I'm formed different from everybody else. That doesn't mean that my clothes are tighter than that. We may wear the same size, but I may be more curvier than that person. That doesn't mean I need to put on 10 to 3 size bigger jeans and a big huge t-shirt. I'm gonna look like what am I gonna look like, a unprofessional, looking crazy with big huge clothes on, instead of, it's not tight, it's fitted. It's a difference, and people need to learn the definition of certain words. It's not tight clothing, it's fitted clothing, because I don't have no body. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got no butt. I'm skinny, but I have hips. So certain clothes that I wear and dresses is going to show my shape in a certain way. And sometimes when I wear jeans, it don't show anything. It depends on the clothing that you wear, but that doesn't always mean that it's tight or it's fitted or you being fast because your butt is shaking and your skirt. That ain't my fault that when I walk my butt shake, my butt just big. And I'm gonna embrace all of it.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because that's another thing they try to do to us as women is they try to police black women's bodies. And I can give
Mm-hmm.
several women who have been policed for their bodies. And I think what Erica Badu just recently did, and I'm pretty sure everybody has seen it at the uh I
Yes,
think it was
yeah.
the Billboard Music Awards where she
Mm-hmm.
wore this over exaggerated piece. And I'm just like,
Yes.
okay, Erica, you doing it, girl. But she did it for a reason,
Yep.
though. If you go back, history tells a story
Mm-hmm.
about how black women's bodies were fetishized over.
Yes.
People sexualize us.
Yes.
And we can go to the hip hop industry, how hip hop has sexualized women for years. So I love what Cardi, Meg, all of these female rappers are doing. They're taking back their autonomy and saying, hey,
Yep.
I can do what I want to. I can roll with the fellas as well too. I can be sexy because I am a woman. I am
Yes.
embracing my sensuality. I am owning who I
That
am. I
don't
am
mean I'm
owning my autonomy.
fast or I'm a
Right.
hoe or I'm a. It doesn't mean any of that. My body is beautiful. If any other race can do it, why can't I do it? And the work environment that I work in, I work with all men. I'm surrounded by all men, and they
Right.
look at me like I'm not. I'm just a piece of meat, a pizza, or a cake, and I'm like, don't look at me like that. Look at me like I am a person. Look at me like that. I have the intelligence. Because when you look at me like that, it's considered you being sexist to me. It's rude. It's harassment. You cannot do that. I know my body is beautiful and all that stuff. And that's why they tell us at my workplace, our pants can't be too tight. Which I understand why. Because they just stare at you and look at you. And I'm like, stop doing that. It's not comfortable when any woman is getting stared like that. It's very uncomfortable. It's degrading to a woman because now they looking at us like, oh, that's all we are, for us to look nice and to look good. We can't be intelligent and smart and ambitious and goal oriented. We have to just be, oh, this piece of meat that looks good when they walk in heels, this piece of meat when she wears a bikini, this piece of meat. No, the world today is messed up, and the way they
It's
look
full
at
of
any
misogyny and
woman, any
patriarchy.
race,
Yeah.
is it's not right. And I wish it wasn't like that. But we cannot change the world. We cannot change the universe. God says things like this will happen. And I wish it was different, but that's for people like us to know better and to know that we're not a piece of meat. We may have a body, we may look this way in a bikini, we walk great in heels, because I know I stumble sometimes, but I learned to walk in heels. But that doesn't mean for you to look at us like, dang, look at the butt on her. Don't do that, because we ain't saying to you, dang, look at the muscles on you. We not doing that. We not doing that, so don't do it to us. And women get it more than men do. And I wish some men are very respectful. I give them that. But some men don't understand that because they weren't taught that, or they just, oh well, they're all about sex. I want to just do this. I want to just do that. I don't care about her
Yeah,
feelings. And there's some women like that towards men, because they always want to separate us. But some women got problems too. Some women look at men like an object, and it's not cool both ways. We need to respect each other and our bodies, and not degrade ourselves, because we're humans. God made us different shapes, sizes, and colors. But that don't mean you disrespect me at the same time. You want respect, you give respect. And that's what I always say. Yeah, I'm small, but I have a shape, and I look good sometimes in my outfits and stuff. But that don't mean, just say you look beautiful. You ain't gotta go the extra mile. Just say you look beautiful. You look nice. You don't gotta be like, oh girl, I wish. Why do all that? Because now I know where your mindset is. It's not where mine is. But yours is clearly needs to reform, because my mindset is not thinking sex all the time. It's thinking, hey, you look nice in that suit. You know what? You clean up very good. It's certain ways to say certain words to not make that person, man, female, feel uncomfortable.
absolutely. Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. To what Stephanie just said, there's some women that do it too. Girl, I look at Aaron Pierre and Morris Chestnut, and I'm pretty sure every woman in here, we've lusted, we've looked,
You're
but it's
right.
okay. That's
It's okay
different.
to look.
But for us, when we're walking out, we get the cat
Yeah.
calls. We get the like,
Or
like Stephanie just
a
said, "Hey,
whistle.
girl, oh, you looking good in those." Thank you. I'm beautiful would suffice even more
Yes.
better because it's
Mm-hmm.
misogynistic when you come out and you're doing this type of
Yep.
behavior. Now, when
Yeah.
you put your hands on me, that's when I have a problem. You're violating my
Yeah.
space. As a woman, you're violating my space, and I have every right to tell you, no, you can't do this.
Don't get in my bubble. Stay out of my bubble, because I'm not in yours. It's called personal space. Once you invade my bubble, I have that right to defend myself or say, back up. You're too close. What are you about to do? That's why some women now are scared to walk to get gas by themselves at night, or go to the gas station, because women are more to get robbed or anything like that. That's why we carrying pepper spray and tasers around. Ain't nobody about to rob no 6'3" dude at night pumping gas. But a 5'4" woman, small, you know what I'm saying? They got more of an advantage. So women is like, it's like they're not scared of men, but they're like, okay, what's about to happen? What is he gonna say? What is he gonna do? Is he approaching me for something good or bad? We have that, and we shouldn't have that. And it's some men that are scared of women. It's some women out here that are, whoo. I'll be like, it ain't worth it, baby girl. It's not worth it. Like, you need to chill. Ain't nobody that in for you to change your demeanor and the way you act anywhere. Be yourself. If any man or woman can bring you that low, you need to leave that situation alone.
Exactly. And the audience is engaged. We got men in the audience too. Naptown, I love what he just said. Real men think with their mind, and boys think with their you know what? Yes,
Yes,
exactly. Nurse Chula says, never let no one invade your privacy or personal space. It is
true.
difficult being a woman. You're going out, and we need a party too, Stevie. A party? Oh yeah, absolutely. This is the thing right here that gets me. It's when you try to start coming into my personal space. I'm just going on about my business and going on about my day.
Mhm.
And it's, hey baby, it's the conversations that are going
Exactly.
on. The same things that men are saying to us is how they talk. Some men talk about us in the barbershops when we come in. We could be dropping our sons and whoever off. I don't have
Yep.
kids, but I've seen it happen to when women walk into these spaces. Men just, some of these men just hound over them like
Men
hound dogs, and it's just like
gossip too, just
her
like
personal
women. It's
space.
the same. It's the same. Men gossip, women gossip, everybody gossips. It's just you can gossip, but as long as it's positive and not negative. You know, no woman or man should talk about the different genders disrespectfully. It's not right. You know, our body parts are different, but we're all people, and we need to be respected as people. And when women are in the salon, we talking about men. Yes, and
Sure
some
do.
women be talking crazy about men, and men be in the barbershop talking crazy about women. But as long as it's respectfully, so we can learn to respect each other, it doesn't have to be nasty gossip. Gossip can be good also, but that word sounds so bad to people. They don't understand. Gossip is a definition. Is when you're talking about somebody, but that it doesn't say talking about somebody badly. It's just engaging and talking about somebody good or bad. That's all it is. We can gossip. We gossiping now about the world, but it's all good talk. We're having a conversation. It's the difference.
That town says, but some females need to come outside, stop coming outside half naked. It's good to leave a little to the imagination. Well, I think you would be directing that to me too, Naptown. Not that you know I show everything. I don't care. Back but I own my sensuality, and I think as women, we need to take back our power
Yeah,
and own our power and our sensuality. And I'm so thankful for the likes of Little Kim. Even though Little Kim, her music was raunchy, I'm so thankful for her to saying, hey, I can roll with the boys,
yeah,
but I'm not going to let you invade my space as a woman. I'm going to hold my own. I own this, all
yeah,
of this over here. This is me.
yeah,
So this is what I think the next generation of female rappers out here are saying as well to the Megs, the Cardis. They're saying, hey, I'm in charge of me. Even the city girls.
yeah,
It wasn't about, it's a lot of people were thinking them about, a lot of people were thinking about, oh, they out to get the man that's got the bag. No, no, no. The city
no.
girls are basically saying, I know my worth as a woman. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
yours? When you step to me and you try to approach me and you try to date me, make sure you have everything in line and in order when you step into me and you know everything that you're looking
Yep.
for as well too. Because what I'm looking for cannot be what you're looking for. That's all they were basically saying is know your worth as a woman. And even
Yeah.
as for men out here, men know your worth as well too. That's
Yeah.
what they're saying.
And
But for
sometimes
women,
you
that's
can
what the
look
city
like a
girls are saying.
dime, but what you speak can be so you be like, wait, did that just come out your mouth? And people use the word ignorant. Ignorant is just the knowledge of not knowing. But people use the word ignorant like they dumb or stupid. No, that means you just don't know. But when sometimes when you speak out, women, men and women know what they like. If you sound crazy, we gonna, you know what? That's not my type. Respectfully, I'm a decline. You ain't got to be like, you ghetto, you ain't got to do all that. Just say I'm not your type and keep on moving because somebody's going to like the way I talk. Somebody's going to like the way I dress. Somebody's going to like who I am as a person. Everybody likes a different type. Some people like class. Some people like show a little bit of skin. Some people be like, don't show no skin at all. Everybody got their own different taste of what they want and what they like. But that don't mean you talk about them. That don't mean you just degrade them or anything. Just respect them because that's what they like. Everybody's not going to like the same thing everybody likes. We're not the same. We don't think the same. We don't talk the same. Our eyes ain't the same. Our hair ain't the same. Our bodies ain't the same. Nothing is the same as anybody else on this planet. So stop trying to relate me to you because I'm not you. I'm me. I'm myself.
And we're not a monolith.
Right.
The beauty of it is black women, women in general, we're not a monolith.
Mm-hmm.
Every woman has her own personality. Every
Exactly.
woman has her own sense of style. And that's what's so unique. So I agree with what Naptown is saying about women leaving a little bit to the imagination, but you have women like myself who are free spirited, who are
Yeah,
wild, who are adventurous, not like that, but who just love to experiment with
and
fashion.
it's nothing
I'm
wrong with
always
it.
changing my look on a
And
daily. That's what we
people
do.
love
Black
to
women, we're not a monolith.
people love to
Yeah.
show their body. Sometimes people's body is banging. Some people's body, just ain't what it is. But that's not for me to say anything. If you want to wear it, that's hey, wear it. I don't care. Some people are not going to do that. To me, I feel uncomfortable sometimes half dressing because some women are insecure with their bodies and stuff. I'm not thick. I don't have the butt and the chest as most women will. So certain stuff I wear, I'm not going to wear because it's going to make me look flat chested, or it's going to make me look weird or out of shape and stuff like that. But that's just in that person on how they feel and stuff. I'd rather wear pants and a short sleeve shirt. I don't really wear crop tops because that's my style. I'm different from everybody else. But that don't mean I won't wear a bikini or a bathing suit and show my body off. No.
The first movie that I saw where I saw a representation of black women that looked like us, and it was for black women, and they had different
Hmm.
styles. Yeah, they were talking about love and relationships. That would be Waiting to Exhale.
Hmm.
And what I love about that film was that you had Whitney, you had Angela, you had Loretta, you have Layla. Each woman, if you notice in the film, their style has
Yep.
changed each scene. And that's what it is about. That showcases us as black women because we're
Hmm.
not a monolith. Every woman has her own sense of style. I like to dress sensual, yes, but I do it in a way where it's another example would be In Vogue. We
Yeah.
seen In Vogue, right? The
Yeah.
girl group. The,
Yeah.
what was their signature style when they first came out? The little black dress.
Oh
And
yeah.
what did we all try to do? We all tried to go dig up some money and
A
go
little
try to
black
find us a
dress.
little black dress. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it shows us that we're not a monolith. Everybody's style is different. And it
Yeah.
goes back to what Nurse Chula just said, which is it's comfortable for you. Find a style that is comfortable for you. And I agree with that town. Leave a little to the
Yeah.
imagination, but also be tasteful about it.
True.
I would add something onto that.
True.
Be tasteful about it. If you like
Yeah.
showing that back, show that back. I love showing my back. I love showing my legs. And
Yeah.
it's all on a 5'7" girl over here. I'm 5'7". So I try to proportion. I'm just like, okay, I'm a little short. Let me
I'm
go on ahead. But
5'4".
and that's another thing. That's another thing is they put pressure on us. If we're a certain height, if we're a certain body
Yeah.
type, it's just like dress for your proportion. No, dress how you feel. Find your style.
True.
Like Nurse Chula just said, what's comfortable for you. We're
Yes.
not a monolith. Women are not a monolith, and our styles vary. Fashion trends change on a daily. We just like with hair, we don't like to keep our hair the same. We're always going to the hairdresser. We look at a picture. We take a picture of
I go every
a
month.
Holly Berry. And Stephanie, we take a picture of a celebrity or something. We
Yep.
say, okay, I want my hair to look like this,
Yep.
and all nationality want to look like the person in the picture, but the stylist be like, okay, I got you. I'm gonna give
Yep.
you this look, and we're gonna see what you look like in this,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna change it up. So my mother's hairstylist does the same thing. I will be responsible for picking out certain hairstyles of my mom. She does. Not, I'm trying to get her to do a 30-inch bust down
Okay.
with the center part. She's not having it. She
Ah,
said that's more of your style.
you know what?
That's you.
I
And y'all
can't
know I
do the
love
real
long hair.
long hair. It just bothers me on my back, and I'm sitting up. I can't
You
do it.
think
It
something
has to be
crawling
at
on you
least
too, girl?
16 or
Listen,
a
for me,
bob. I can't do it. It's just the wind be blowing. I gotta brush it every 2 minutes. It's too much.
one thing my mom she does not like is hair in her eyes. So when we
Me
go to the
too.
hairdressers, even for fellas, when they go to the barbershop, it's like, okay, I want to cut the dreadlocks off. I want something new. I want something fresh. Men change their look too, but women, we do it the
Yeah.
most. We're always
Yes.
reinventing ourselves. It could be after a breakup because it's like when you're going through a breakup, you want to
Yeah.
get rid of everything. You want to cut it all off. You want to cut it short. Angela Bassett, Waiting to Exhale, is the perfect
Yeah.
example. She was going through a divorce. And that scene right there was liberating. She was like, 11 years of growing your
Yeah.
hair and you want to cut it off. We want something
Yeah.
new.
When I
We're
went through my
reinventing
divorce, I got
ourselves.
my hair done, and I got my first 27 piece, and it was orange hair, but I looked bomb. I did not think I was gonna look good, but I wanted something different. I wanted something nice, and I loved it. I never got it again, but I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness, orange looks nice on me. And I got a picture on social media too with my orange hair on my birthday.
And that's what it's about. We got Pure Luck Salon in here. So Pure Luck Salon, I'm pretty sure she's worked with customers, and that is like, okay, you go to your stylist and you're sitting in that chair, and your stylist tells you like, okay, makes recommendations, but it's like, no, no, I want to do this for sure. This is something I want
Yeah.
to do. We take a picture of Holly Berry to Roger P. Henson in there,
Yeah.
and our stylist makes it happen, but they add their own spin onto it. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I love this. I can get with this. And then we start already working on the next style of what we want to look like.
Yeah.
Women, we're always reinventing ourselves. And that's one thing here I do on my platform, because I've had men who I've interviewed,
Uh-huh.
Stephanie. They will say, you don't ever stay the same. And I'm pretty sure you've seen that in some of the
Yeah.
conversations. That one, it was Ryan Keith. He said, what is it about you? It's something different about you today. You change your look. That's something that I get from a lot of people as well too. You look different. Did you go to blonde? Because I always change my hair color. I'm a chameleon. Women, we're chameleons. We do not like to stay the same.
Yeah.
Even Rihanna said it best. Rihanna said it on the red carpet. She said, I get bored. And we get bored with our hair. We don't want to stay,
I do. I change
the
mine all the
same.
time. I change it all the time. So
And
when
it's like,
we
they could just change your
braid
hair.
something, bob, long, short, I'm always doing something curly, wavy. I'm always doing something.
And men will be the first to notice it. They're just like, it's something different
Yeah.
about you. The
Yeah.
children, if you got sons, your sons will notice. They say, Mom, there's something different about you. What did you do today? I changed my
My
hair.
son be like,
Did you get
"Did you
highlight?
get your hair
Did you get,
done?"
yeah,
And I'll be like, "Yeah,
they'll notice it.
yeah."
But that's what it's about. We're not a monolith.
No.
Enjoy it. Enjoy these things that make you uniquely beautiful. We've talked about hair. We've talked about colorism. We've talked about body image as well here on this platform in this conversation. So, Stephanie, what advice would you give to young women? Because I know it's young women that are watching this conversation here as well, too, who are taking all of this in, young girls, and they see
Yeah.
it was a Dove commercial. Y'all remember the Dove commercial where the girl was like, I want to straighten my hair, mommy.
Always.
And the
Yeah.
mom was telling her, you need to embrace your curl pattern. It's a
Yeah.
lot of people who are still insecure about their curl pattern. Love that curl pattern. You got
Yeah.
3A, 3C, 4A,
Yeah.
4B, 4C. There are so many curl patterns out here. And it's
Yeah.
so many. What makes it so scary is that when you go into a beauty supply store and you walk into that one aisle, and you've got what? You've got your ORS,
Yeah.
you've got As I Am, and so many others. It's just like,
Yeah.
what products do I use? It's like a big question mark. Like, what do I
Yeah.
do to
Yeah.
find the products that work for me? You've got your co-washes, you've
Yeah.
got your leave-in conditioners. So
Yeah.
that was going to be another question for you. What would you give to young women who are watching up to you, because you are a businesswoman, you are an author, and we're going to talk about your books as well too. But for you being a correctional officer, I know that young women who are going to school, who are doing these things,
Yeah.
and it is like they look at themselves and it's like, what is it about me? Because young girls go through self-esteem, and it's not just young girls, but young
It
boys, their bodies as
is.
well. They're just like, what? Why am I not building muscle? Why am I not doing this? Why I'm not coming to my own? But women, young girls get it the most, because it's like,
They do.
you're what? What
You
do
know,
I need to do to make myself beautiful?
keep telling yourself that you are beautiful every day. When you look in the mirror, know that God made you unique and different from everybody else. Everybody is not going to be the same as you. God made you beautiful from your eyes, cheekbones, hair, body. He made you. So walk in the mirror and be like, I am beautiful.
Come
I
on.
am a conqueror. I am strong. I am resilient. I can do all things. I am brilliant. I am a builder. I am ambitious. You have to keep talking good things to yourself because nobody else will. But if you keep telling yourself those things and those great attributes, nobody can tear you down. You have to have the mindset and the ability to talk to yourself and say, I'm all of these things. So whatever
Come on.
anybody else is telling me is false because I know what I am. You, the only person that know you better than anybody. Your mom may say that, your friend, your boyfriend, you know yourself better than anybody else. So believe in yourself first. Don't have others believe in you, because if they don't believe in you and they turn on you or and back away from you, you still have you. So why not believe in yourself, love yourself, encourage yourself, and build yourself to become anything possible in this world. So to the little kids, just know you are somebody. God never took time to make a nobody. You are somebody. Everybody on this planet is somebody important, but you have to know that you are. Little kids get bullied. I got bullied. Just know they
The same
bullying you because you
here,
got
girl.
something they don't have. Always look at the bad and try to turn it into good. Turn the negative into a positive, because nobody can tear you down. They may say sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt. Words do hurt, but you can't let them show you that that word hurt them. But you don't say words back to bring them down. You just be like,
Come
you
on.
know what? If you turn that negative into a positive, I understand you are upset and you want to say these things about me, but I know who I am. And I am a woman, and I'm a courageous woman that knows how to defend herself at all costs. So I'm rather turn away and walk away from you than to say anything to you, because your reaction, your action is better than your reaction. So if you act on it, it's different. Just you ain't got to react to everything somebody says to you. If they say you ugly, okay, but I'm beautiful. Turn it into a positive, because they'll look at you like, why does she keep saying positive things? Because I am a positive person. So maybe I would change something in you that you don't see, because, oh, you this, you that, you all these things, they most likely talking about themselves. But that's for you to be a person, be like, you know what? You are not those things. You are strong. You are wise. You are beautiful. And I know you may be talking about me, but I know that you're hurting inside, because hurt people hurt people. And if
Come
you
on.
wasn't hurting, you wouldn't be coming at me, and I haven't done anything wrong to you. So I tell kids, and I tell my daughter, baby, you are beautiful. She be like, Mommy, they picked on me at school. Did you say anything? She said, no. I'm like, well, tell the teacher, but don't let nobody pick on you. Stand up, dust your shoulders off, and be like, you know what? Stop being mean to me, because she's only 9, so you can only say so much. Stop being mean to me. I know who I am, because my mama say I am who I am and what I say I am. So if I say I'm strong, baby, you strong. If you say you smart, baby, you smart. What you speak out of your mouth is what you will be and become. If you keep talking negative about yourself, that's all you're going to be, is a negative person. That means you're not happy with yourself. You hate yourself. You dislike yourself. So that means when you see somebody that you want to become and not actually become, but you see the features that you want, you start hating on that person and disliking that person and treating that person like crap. But that person's never done anything to you. But all you have to do is be woman enough to come up to the person and say, you know what? I may not like you, but I don't like you because of this. Some women ain't courageous enough to walk up to another woman and say, hey, your hair is messed up in the back. But instead of telling them that they talk about you, baby, you can talk about me all day, because I know where I'm going and I know who I am. If my hair messed up, I bet you I'm still going to walk and rock it like ain't nothing wrong. Because you should have been woman enough to tell me, as a woman, that my hair is messed up, or my split is up too high, or I had toilet tissue on my shoe. Stop being so prideful that you mess up your blessing at the same time, because God say treat your people equally. So if I'm treating you with respect, why are you disrespecting me? But I'm not going to turn around and disrespect you back, because I don't treat myself that way. So why would, if I'm disrespecting myself, most likely I'm going to disrespect others. But I respect myself enough to respect every human being on this earth, no matter how bad you treat me, how you disrespect me, how you spit on me, how you try to do whatever you want to do to me, just know I may be crying at home, but I'm not crying in front of you because I'm strong and I'm not going to show you my weakness. I'm going to show you strength and cry later because maybe you need something from me. Maybe you need a hug. Maybe you need somebody to tell you it's okay. It's going to be all right. Maybe that person needs prayer. Maybe it's somebody always needs something. It's not, you're not born mean. You're not born angry.
At
You don't,
all.
if you waking up angry, you was angry with yourself when you went to sleep, baby. Cause it ain't nobody else but your own fault. You need to take responsibility of yourself and stop blaming others for the things that you done to yourself. Because if you don't know me, how could I do anything to you? Baby, I can do all these things to you, but that's for you. For you to be able to be like, well, you did this to me, that means you took it in that way. I could throw stones at you and all type of stuff, but that don't mean you took it in. So I want people to look and know that you are somebody. You
And
are
there's
important. You don't let nobody, no man, no woman, even kids, the parents, don't let nobody tear you down because you're the only one keeping yourself up. You and God, you're the only one picking yourself up. Because when things fall down and tumble, who's there? God in yourself. Ain't nobody there crying when you in the dark with a blanket or your rent ain't paid and this is going on. Everybody has a story. Everybody. It's not some people, it's all people. You don't know what somebody is going through unless they tell you. And if they're going through it, it's because they got a trial and they are learning from their mistake, or God is telling them through something to overcome it and stuff like that. But you can't look at somebody and say you don't know what I'm going through. You can't say that because you don't know what they've been through. It's somebody next to you or in front of you or that you talk to every day that could be going through something 10 times worse than you. But it shouldn't have to show on my face. I'm always going to be happy and excited and be like, oh, it's in the morning, even though I'm in a shelter. There ain't nobody gotta know that. But you. Why is you spilling your business like it's tea? It ain't tea, baby. It's something from you to learn and build yourself up. Then you tell your story after you built it up. You don't tell your story when you down. You wait till you build up, then you say it.
and I love what you just said also about other is some women who do that, who are catty, who won't let you know if you got if your slit is too high or if you got
Mm-hmm.
tissue on the bottom of your shoe. I'm one of those women. I'm a girl's girl, so I'm always gonna be there letting you know. Or and then I watched this clip. It was at a Beyonce concert where the stylist, one of the hairstylists there, the young lady's ponytail was messed up. What did that other stylist do? Black women, we take care of other black
Yeah,
women. We look out for our sisters. And if one of
yeah.
us, we see one of our sisters out here slipping, we would be like, hey girl, come on in here. Let me fix your hair a little bit. Let me do something. Your dress is showing. Or we would sort of move the hair. I was watching Sherry Shepherd and Niecy Nash, and they have a they've been best friends for years. So when Sherry was closing out the show, a piece of hair got in her eye, and Niecy came in, and this is what Niecy Nash did. She came in and she swooped that hair out of her eye. So that's what black women do. We look out for each other over
Yeah.
here. But there are some other women who are catty who don't do that. They just be like, well, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm gonna focus on me. I know I am good. If I see it, I'm gonna go and correct the problem. But look out for your
I know as
sisters. And that's
women,
obviously no
we
more
need to
women will
stop
do that.
hating on other women. We
Yeah.
do. It's a lot of every race is hating on their own race, and it's ridiculous. We're all women. We should all build each other up and come together and run this world because we got the strength of 10,000, 10,000,000. We can do it all. Without women, men wouldn't be here. We the one that reproduce. So why don't if we could reproduce, we can run the country. We can run the world respectfully.
and we're qualified to do it. So when I say to Stephanie
Exactly.
or any other black woman, they just like, why she keep saying 92%? When I say to another black woman 92%, we see each other.
Mm-hmm.
We are in positions to rule the world.
Yeah.
So the woman who was running for the candidate, the presidential candidate, she was well qualified and she exemplified everything that a black woman, the epitome of what
Mm-hmm.
black women we represent, and that is we are qualified to be in these positions.
And
We
she
can
didn't
run any
lose.
agency.
She didn't lose. That means God has something better for her.
Come on.
That's more qualified than what it is for president. God puts people in places for a reason. So if God wanted Trump to be there, he got there. But that does not mean Kamala is a loser. Nobody is a loser. Just because you lose the race or the competition don't mean you lost. Everybody is a winner. This just wasn't your time. You're supposed to be somewhere else. You're supposed to encourage and build and speak somewhere else. That does not mean just because you ain't become president, it don't mean you can't be president a year from now. Maybe you weren't ready for it. Maybe you were ready, but God wanted to position you here first. You there. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at a negative into a positive at all times.
And they say black women lost. No, we didn't lose. We
Mm-mm.
didn't lose a thing. We did not. We have our sanity. We have our dignity. And
Mm-hmm.
now we see that this country is not ready for us as black women and as black people as a collective. They
Yeah.
don't want us to be in these positions. They've shown us who they truly
Yeah.
are. So that when you say DEI, definitely earned it. Yes, we did.
Yes.
From college positions, college graduates, college degrees, bachelor's, master's, associates, all of that and so much more, we have definitely earned it and out earned men even more in this country.
Yep.
And
Because
that
with
is the truth.
all
That
the
is the
jobs
God
I
honest truth.
have, I have I've not got a degree in it. I'm a business owner and I don't have a degree in it. I'm a correctional officer. I don't have a degree in it. I am an executive assistant. I don't have a degree in it. God gave me those skills. You don't gotta, I ain't saying don't go to college. You know, if you want to go to college, it's great
Go,
to have a
yeah.
college background. But I did not go to college. I went to a little tech school, got a little certificate or whatever like that. But all the things that I'm doing now walked into my life within the last 5 years. I didn't have the skills to do any of, even with cleaning. I knew how to clean, but cleaning houses and running a business, I didn't know nothing. I had to learn it. And I was learning every day as I was running it. It was weird. I was the CEO teaching myself how to be a CEO, because a CEO is not just a boss. A CEO is a jack of all trades, how to be an employee, how to clean, how to do paperwork and accounting and talk to people and customer service. It's so many things with being a CEO. So it's not just, oh, I'm the boss, I'm telling people what to do. Yeah, but you got to learn how to instruct those people on what to do and how to do the job.
And that's another thing. When a woman speaks up, we're labeled as difficult. We're labeled as bossy. We're aggressive. We're this, that, and the third. Well, if we're not going to do it and educate you and let you know, hey, you're supposed to be done this way, and you shut us out,
Mm-hmm.
then are you going to do it?
Right. Right. Some people just need to, they need somebody to teach them how to do certain things. Because I wasn't taught certain things. So I had to learn from somebody else, younger or older than me. I had to learn because I never dealt with it in my life. So when I had questions, they was open to giving me an answer or helping me, and some weren't. I had people, well, I'm not helping you, you the competition. Okay, I'm the competition. Well, I'll go ask somebody else. It ain't no big deal to me. It's all type of businesses in this world. You don't see Amazon and Facebook fighting, like, or a Walmart and Amazon fighting, or come on now. We all doing, it's too many people in this world, on this planet, to be arguing about who's better or how much money I got. It don't matter. It's enough money in this planet for all of us.
Absolutely. And another thing, you're 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 saying I'm not qualified to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you? You worry
Mm-hmm.
about yourself.
Yep.
And as Nurse Truly just said, learn from your mistakes. So why
Mm-hmm.
is it that when he does it, it's not a problem? But when I do it or I speak out on it, I'm labeled
Mm-hmm.
as aggressive. I'm labeled as bossy. Oh, she's difficult. She's the B
Mm-hmm.
word. She's all of these things. But
Yeah.
I know better. the skill. I know the work skill like the back of my hand.
Yep.
Why is it that I know it better than him?
But they
And
rather
he's
give
not
it to
qualified
somebody that's
for the
not
job.
skilled than somebody that is. And I had to learn why they do that, because they don't want to give it to a skilled person. They want to give it to a person that's not skilled so they can pay them less than somebody that is skilled, because a skilled person knows their worth. But an unskilled person will take any salary. And be like, okay, but then they got the time to build that person up to the skilled individual. That's how they do it. That's all it
And
is.
that is another issue, Stephanie, as well too, because I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Is women make a dollar. What is it? Every 92 cents for a dollar that every man makes, a woman makes less.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that women should be paid equally more. Pay me what I'm worth. And I
Yeah.
love what Viola Davis said. If you're comparing me to Meryl Streep, pay me what I'm worth. And that applies to any woman in any
Yeah.
position. We should be making the same as a man. Why is it
Yeah.
that men are out earning
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, if
And
we're
we're
both
out earning as well
architects
too.
and we both have the same experience and the skill set and the qualifications match, why is my check 10,000 less? And it's most likely it's because of that's a man and this is a woman. I've seen it. I've seen it done plenty of times before. I don't understand why we all can't be equal. I don't understand it. The world is probably never going to be equal. It never was, and we're almost 3,000 years in of the world, the planet. So it's I feel like it's not going to change, and if it does change, that's God that changed it. But
Yes.
that's what any job. Um salons, are different prices. If you got the front, I know if you got the front seat of the chair at the salon, that means you're new, and if you got the back, that means you've been here for a while. So the person rather goes to the back than the front person. And I'll be like, well, what if this front person is just as skilled as the person in the back? You got to give everybody a chance. It don't matter what seat you have. It depends on the style, and you wouldn't have hired me if I couldn't do the job. If you wanted me to just be a shampoo person, you wouldn't give me a chair. You would put me with the shampoo bowl, and I would shampoo your hair and stuff. But people look at, oh, you're not skilled. But sometimes, if that person is not skilled that much, but they're willing to learn, bring them on and show them different things, because they may have half of that skill. That means, okay, you come in and show them, hey, try this, build their resume. That don't mean turn them away, be like, oh, you're not skilled enough. No, but they got the ambition to grow. So how about you hire them anyway, and then show them how to do this and things like that. I ain't saying hire somebody who ain't got no license,
Right.
but hire somebody that just got out of school, out of college, and they never worked at a shop before. Teach them that everybody has to learn somewhere,
Yes.
somehow. Is you can't stop somebody's learning ability, because if you don't take them in, somebody else will, and then you'll sit there and regret it. That, dang, I should have hired them, or I should have brought them on, because now look at them. It wasn't for you to do it. It was for somebody else, because you already turned them away. So now you can't go back and be like, dang, well, now you learned your lesson. So now maybe the next time they walk into your shop or building, you'll give that person a chance and build their resume up. That's all.
And help them out. Pure Luck Salon said, wow, that's interesting. I never knew that. And she has her salon. So you know that experience, Pure Lux. And what gets me, I had to speak about it because I know a lot of women are taking a look at their paycheck and it is like, wait a minute. Hold on, let me see yours. Come here for a minute. Why is he earning more and I'm earning less?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a lot of us as women, we've had that question in the back of our minds, like, why are my male co-workers earning more than me? And it's women who work in automotive technology. It's women
Yeah.
who do the jobs that typically we wouldn't
There's some
see us in.
women
But
mechanics that are awesome, that are amazing. Some are better than men, and they get paid way less. It's with a lot of jobs, especially jobs that's hands on, mostly that are hands on. Because I don't want to say women don't have the strength of a man, because men are built strong. God made them strong, but it's some women that can carry that weight too. They may have to build it up because women are built differently. We're not built to pick up 3,000 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's our man that weight. But it's not saying that we can't. I'm not saying that we can't, but we're not built for that. We're built for other things. Our minds and stuff. Men are built to become builders and build highways and roads. Not saying a woman can't. So don't think I'm saying you can't do it. You can do whatever a man can do, but we were not built to build bridges and buildings and pick up heavy bricks and have
Oh no.
muscles like a man. No, we're not built for that.
I
But
I
not saying you
would
can't
leave
do
that.
it.
I would leave that to Terry Crews. Terry Crews bounce his pecs and all. I would
Right,
leave him to do that.
right,
He can do that. He can lift
right.
that much. But women, we can't. We're not. Cut out. And Pure Lux says she worked as an engineer before, and owning the salon, she says they will play in your face if you let them, the pay difference. And when we speak out on it, like there have been women
Yep.
who have spoken out and said, "Hey, I'm not getting paid what I'm worth." Oh, you're difficult. You
Hmm.
need to be quiet. You just need to stay on hush. No, I won't be quiet about this. This is not fair. It's patriarchy.
I remember I
And I
used
was
to work
watching.
at a job and I was a CNA, but I was a supervisor and I was getting paid minimum wage. And back then it was like $13 or something
Yeah, I
like that
remember
as
that.
a CNA. But the other CNAs were making like 15, 16, and I had more experience. So I'm looking like, and I went to the manager about it. I said, "This is not right. I have more experience, but I'm getting $2 less, and I'm working my butt off here and doing all this stuff." She said, "Well, everybody's pay is different based on this and that, and they give you that speech or whatever. Well, you're available for a raise soon. No, why didn't you hire me with that raise if I had that experience? Because now I feel like you're just penny pinching me and having me do all this work as a supervisor. That means the people that work under me make more than me, but been here shorter amount of time than me. So it wasn't cool. And I quit. I did. I said, you know what? I will finish my shift, but today is my last day. And I got another job and I ended up becoming a business owner after that. But maybe it wasn't meant for me to work there, but I can see how some people, you can be a CNA, have somebody have less experience than you, but they get paid more. And I never understood it. And sometimes they be the same color as you and get paid more than you. And you be like, didn't you just start 2 weeks ago? And I'm a supervisor. Okay, why am I getting paid like this? And sometimes it may not be management, it may be higher than that. The pay was this when you started, but then when they started the pay was different. Well, if the pay changes for them, it should change for everybody. You shouldn't pay them $17 walking in the door, but when I started you was paying me 13. My pay should change if their pay is changing. But you know the economy is not built like that. The world is not built like that, and it's higher than us. It's bigger than us, and we'll have to. Everybody will have to not fight aggressively, but speak up for ourselves. Be out there with picket signs and stuff. But a lot of people are not going to do it because they don't want to get beat up or sprayed or go to jail. I understand, but we still have to have a voice. We can't be quiet at all things. Some things, yes, but not all things. You got to be able to speak up and show that you do have a voice. Everybody has a voice.
So when black women, we say pay us what we're worth, pay us what we're worth, because we
Yeah.
have the skill, we're qualified to do these jobs. And as Pure
Mhm.
Lux Salon just said, it's the double standards. It is. It's just like, why are they being paid more and I'm being paid less? You're
Mhm.
taking less out of my paycheck when I should be
Yep.
getting the same amount as
Mhm.
them. It's 92 cents for every dollar a man makes. That's what it
Yeah.
was. I had to make sure that I got it right. But it's just like, are you freaking serious?
Mhm.
So that means my brother K Tukes, for example, he'd be earning more if we were on national television. We were doing this show on national television. He had his talk show. He would be earning more than me.
Mhm.
But since I'm a woman, I wouldn't be getting the same amount as him. That's how it's always been. And the patriarchy has been here in the business for a long
That's
time.
why a lot
And
of
you
people
can be
are
own
becoming business
misogyny.
owners and they self. There's nothing wrong with it. I root for self-employment. Become a business owner. Make your own money, because we gonna work what almost dang near 50 years and retire at 70 and get a social security check every month. It's not, no. You are a millionaire now. You can become all of that now. You don't have to wait for no payroll check or social security or somebody to tell you when you can retire. No.
And it should be on your own terms. What I love about being independent, and a lot of us as independent
Mm-hmm.
business owners, is that we can set our own schedules,
Yeah.
our own hours. We can do it on our own terms. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about punching in and punching out and in your
Yeah.
hours and things like that. You set your hours and you're able to balance out being okay, the mom, making sure that
Mm-hmm.
everything is taken care of with the kids. It runs smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like clockwork for you.
Yeah.
Again, it's like the back of your hand. You know it is natural to you.
Yeah.
So we're qualified to be in these positions, and it goes to show you that I can get that done, I can get that done, I
Yeah.
can get that done. We always make a list of these things.
Yeah.
So to anybody out there who wants to own a business independently, start now.
Yes.
Start now. Write it down and envision
Yeah.
it. This woman that I'm sitting here with today, she is not only just a correctional officer, but she is the founder of Clean It Best LLC, and she has published two books, which are currently on Amazon: Conquer and Overcome. So, Stephanie, tell us about your books before we wrap, because we've had such a good conversation. We done got carried away.
Right. So Conquer and Overcome it talks about my story and my journey as what I went through in my personal and business life as a business owner. I know some business owners, they tell you the start and the ending, but they don't tell you the in between. I'm telling you, the in between, me going through it, the rough patches. I went through a divorce through this book. I went
Ooh,
homeless in this
girl.
book. I done went broke in this book. I done spoke at events and been on covers of magazines and radio shows. I've been a co-host in this book. This book is my story, that just because you fall down, you just still got to pick yourself up. And that's why it's called Conquer and Overcome, because I conquered it and I overcame it. And it took me, this book was supposed to be published 4 years ago. It talks about how it got stolen from me and people in Chicago, how it was rewritten, how my royalties were stolen, how my first book is actually my second book, and Conquer is my third book, because I had to rewrite my first book. And it talks about what I went through with different people in my business journey, how shady people can really be and don't want to help you. It tells you about my red flags, my green flags, just my story of how I still was able to write this book, even though it was supposed to be published 4 years ago. Half of this probably wouldn't even been in the book if I did it 4 years ago. So it was meant for me to bring it out last year in July. And it's an amazing read. It's an inspiration story,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's how I beat trials with faith. I found God in this, in all of that's in this book. When I came back to Christ, when all that is in this book, and the people in the book, like my ex-husband. I hope he didn't read it. He's in there, you know, but sometimes you got to tell your story, because you don't never know what somebody else is going through. And when I listen to business, well, did you go broke? Because I think there did. I had to do loans, and I had to clean for myself. I hired and fired, and I lost and gained, and oh my gosh, I wanted to quit every day. I was stressed out. I wasn't eating. It was crazy. And it's not a long read. I've had people cry when they read this book, like, wow, I didn't know you went through that. And it's just that I had the faith to know that I will get out of this situation and I will be better. So That's why that book is called Conquer and Overcame How I Beat Trials with Faith. Because I have faith with everything I did in this book. And I got 2 kids. So I had to go through all that. And then for me to get this book published, I went through hell and back trying to get it published this time. And it's like when the devil knows you got something going, he blocks it every time. But he didn't block it. It's still being heard. So many people love the book. Andre got the book. He loves it. It's a very good inspirational read. So I encourage you to buy it. It takes you like an hour or two to read. It's not long at all. It's like 100
Yeah.
something pages. It's even notes in the back. It's like a study guide that tells you, how to be a business owner, red flags, where to start, what not to do. So it's like a guide on what a business owner can run into, but try to do these avenues, write things down, and stuff like that. So that's just my story to encourage everybody that just because I'm a business owner or anybody in this world, we go through stuff too. And I went through some stuff in that book. So
This is your living testament. This is your
yeah,
living testament as a woman. The woman we see today, this is your living testament of
yep.
everything that you've been through. And I had this conversation yesterday with LaTroy Gardner. And we both discovered we both from South Carolina. I didn't know he was from South Carolina.
I'm from North
But we were
Carolina.
talking about telling, what were you saying? I'm
I'm
sorry.
from North Carolina.
Oh, girl, I got family up there
Yeah,
too. I
yeah,
got a brother and then I have a
Winterville,
friend up there.
Greenville, Greensboro.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And we were talking about telling our stories. As Black people, it's important that we tell our stories more than ever, especially when they're trying to erase our history and our
yeah,
lineage. I would suggest everybody get a pen and paper, start writing things down. If
yeah.
you have a gratitude journal, a lot of people started gratitude journaling
Hmm.
throughout 2025. Make it a thing. If you have something you want to put into your life story, put that down in your gratitude journey and then turn back and flip through each day and say, well, okay, what I want to work on. You are the editor and the creator of your life script
Yeah,
and story. So
you are.
it's never too late.
It's
It's
not.
never too late, y'all.
I was 29 when I started my business. I'm about to be 36 now. So with 2 kids, and I work and I didn't have a job for 5 years. I was self-employed, but God wanted me to do something else. So now I'm in the prison ministry. So now I'm teaching men at my job, hey, you can be better than this. When you get out, try to do this, try to do that. Get an ID, get a job. I'm trying to encourage them to become better than they were, because the people I'm around been locked down 30, 40, 20 some years, so they don't have anything. And I try to encourage them, like, everybody's not the same. And a lot of them have told me, you're a different CO. Like, you care, you say good morning, you say goodbye, you say have a good day, how was work, like you engage like we're people. And I'm like, because you are
Yeah.
a person. You're not you're Just because you in here don't make you bad. It just means you made a bad decision. But that don't mean you can't change for the better. So I try to encourage them with that. I'm working with, shout out to Glass House Records. I'm a executive assistant to a record label. We're an amazing team. CJ, CT, Kid, Mike, all of us. I love all y'all, and I'm introducing them to different people and radio interviews and magazines. So I never learned how to do that. I never been an executive assistant. So God walked me into that to change people's lives. And I love the team that I'm with. It's a blessing, and they're amazing. And with the author, I never even liked writing books. Like, I didn't even want to read books, but I walked into the blessing to bless other people. So everything that I'm doing that God has walked me into, I have blessed somebody in it without wanting to get anything back. I'm just blessing you because I'm nice and I'm sweet, and I want to encourage you that just because I'm doing this for you, you should do it for somebody else. I go to a restaurant or a gas station or the grocery store, and I tip the person there. I'm
Pay
paying
it
for
forward.
something, I'm gonna tip
Pay it
you.
forward.
and some people don't take it. I'm like, hey, keep the change there. And they be like, oh my God, thank you. You never know what somebody is going through. And I I just want to encourage people. Yeah, I'm a young Black woman, but my conversation is like I'm 45, 50. Because a lot of people don't know how old I am until they look at me. Then they be like, oh, she's young. But if you talk to me, my conversation shows my maturity level. I'm very mature. I've been through a lot of things in my life that you couldn't imagine or probably could imagine. But the things that I went through is my testimony to teach somebody else on how to go through it, to build them up and say, this is not the end. This is just the beginning of your story.
Keon, hey Keon, what is the current subject? We are talking about telling your life story and paying it forward. That's something we touched on yesterday with LaTroy, which is us as Black people. It's time for us more than ever now to share our stories and also pay it forward. And what I mean by paying it forward, I used this as an example yesterday. There could be a person in front of you, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you paying for their food. You're in the
Yeah.
drive-through in that lane, grocery store. Somebody said,
Yeah.
"Don't worry about it. This person is going to take care of it for you."
Exactly.
It's those sort of things. It doesn't have to be monetarily,
Mm-hmm.
but just a good thought, a good word. Hey, how you doing? How's your
Right.
day? Just something to make someone feel good will get
Sometimes
them going through the
smiling
day.
and waving, and they be like, "You waving at me?" They be like, "Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I saw you looking sad. Well, hey, smile. You're beautiful." Hearing that from a stranger hearing that from your friend is so much better sometimes, because you need to hear it from other people, because sometimes the family is not giving you that.
Yeah.
And when a stranger is telling you that you're beautiful and just hug you out of the blue, you be like, wow, you feel good. And then the rest of your day you walking with your head up. Baby, you should have been walking with your head up, but sometimes somebody has to pick it up for you.
Yes. That's what we got to do with each other. It's about
Mm-hmm.
empathy. It is about a little goes a long way indeed. And to the featured lady here, thank you for seeing folks as more than a number from your position. And that's what it is. Treat people, it goes, Stephanie said this a few minutes ago, and it is about looking at people. We're all
Yeah.
human. We shouldn't be treated as subhuman. We are all human in here.
Yes.
And everybody has a story to tell, and it's important you sit with a person a few minutes in the day and have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
See
That's
their
all it
thoughts, see
takes.
their mindsets.
That's
Yeah.
all it takes. And when I'm in the prison, I just talk to them. Hey, sometimes they be crying. People are losing their parents in
Yes.
there, or their lives, or their homes, or their family members, and they have nobody to go to, and somebody is treating them like crap. All you gotta do is, you okay? I walk in there every day, and somebody will be looking at, you good? Somebody was sick. I'm like, you good? I'm like, get some tea. Get some tea with a little garlic in it, ginger. You'll feel better. I'm like, oh, go lay down or get a cold towel. Somebody had a fever. I'm like, get a cold towel. So like to help them and show them that it's not it's people out here that care.
Yes.
And in the situation that I'm in, it's they don't care about a lot of people in there. But I tell them I'm different. God made me. I tell people, they be like, why are you working? I'm like, because God sent me. I'm an angel to help better y'all, rehabilitate y'all, encourage y'all, speak great things to y'all, and let y'all know that every person is not the same. There are still good people out here. And I walk in there with a smile on my face, and they be like, hey. And I be like, hey, y'all, just happy go lucky. And they be like, we miss you. Where you been? I was off. That's where I was, at home, off. Like, but I love those guys. I love everybody. I don't hate nobody. I may not like you, but I will love you. I don't want to see no harm to you. I want to see you do great. That's the difference. God didn't say you have to like somebody. God said you have to
Mm.
love. So I will love you all day and encourage you and build you up. I don't want to see nobody down. We are all in this together. We are a team. God sent us on this earth to do God's work, and that's what we should do equally, not separately.
And that's something else I want people to take away as well too. A lot of people are feeling a lot of feelings and emotions right now. We feeling lost, we feeling despair, we feeling
Yeah.
hopeless. Like Stephanie just said, that people have lost their family members.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people processing the loss of someone that's close to them. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us have our stories to tell. And it's important that we sit, have the conversations with them, find out what's they're going, because you never know what a person could be going through. Just from sitting down, it makes a big difference. Real love is synonymous with accountability. Right. We want you to do well. We want you to flourish. And that's for each and every one of us.
Yeah.
Empathy as well too. Yes, that
Yep.
compassion, having that compassion and that nurturing spirit was like, I've been there, or I know someone who's been through that
Have to be
situation.
empathetic. Like you gotta know that it ain't all about you. It's about everybody. Everybody is going through something. Everybody has a story, and sometimes everybody needs to hear some encouraging words from somebody. You can change somebody's life by just doing that one little small thing. You never know if they were struggling to pay for their groceries using 5 different bank cards, and you pay for their groceries and they start crying. You don't know if they didn't eat for weeks. You don't know, but God put it on your heart to do something for them.
Come on. And before I close today's show, I'm gonna let Stephanie give her final thoughts. Stephanie, any final thoughts you'd like to give with? Because I know a lot of people want to know, like, what is it about her? How does she keep so positive through all of the craziness? I know a lot of people will message me and DM me, as well as you too, girl, and they'll be like, "What can
Go
I do?
ahead, go ahead.
What
I'm
can I
here.
do to move forward? What can I do to better my life? I'm feeling all of these emotions. We're seeing all of these things that affect us as Black people. How do we move forward?" I get the DMs all the time. People are scared. People are feeling despair. They're feeling all of these different emotions. What would you tell to our people right now? But even though some people have found their joy, you have some who are just like, I'm
Yeah.
sort of scared. I don't know what's next to come. What
God
advice would you give them?
God made me like this. I was not always like this. 3 years
Come on.
ago, I was ratchet. I was crazy. I was cussing. I was all these things. I was the negative person. I complained all the time. But then I found God, and God saved my soul. And I feel like this is not the end. God says, speak. Your words are powerful. Your tongue is powerful. So with the words you speak, those things will happen. So I have to remind myself that God made me great, and God made me this, and God made me that, and I need to start speaking positive things over my life, and positive things start happening. I don't try to make my job or my relationship make me sad. I walk into my job happy, even though it's depressing. It's not depressing to me. I'm happy to help people. And I've always been like that, to help people. So I just try to stay strong. And I go through stuff. I don't wake up happy every day. Don't think I'm a robot. I am a human. I have issues. I have bad kids. I have, relationships. I have people in the world that try to attack me. But I just stay prayerful, and I just try to stay positive. It's a job. It's not hard, but you gotta, once you start speaking positive all the time, it will be a habit to speak
Come
positive
on.
all the time. You have to train yourself to stay positive. But most of the time, God speaks through me. The Holy Spirit speaks through me to speak through y'all, and to know what to say to my audience. So most of this is me. It's all me. But I ask God, what give me the words to say to your people, so they can understand where I'm coming from, because everybody understands differently. But I just say, stay strong, love God, put God first. He will never leave you. He is always there for you, no matter what you go through, good or bad. He is right there. And just smile even when you don't want to. It's harder to frown than it is to smile. And just know that it's not the end. And God has so many great things for you. You just got to reach out and grab it. And know that God loves you. Love yourself. Stay prayerful. Stay peaceful. Meditate. Whatever that it is that you need to do. But just know you can do all things no matter what you put your mind to. Don't never let anybody say you can't do it, because can't ain't a word in my dictionary.
Hello. And I'm going to finish off to what she just said. It's a Bible verse that I want you all to remember, and it's Romans 12:9, excuse me. Let love be genuine, arbor what is evil, and hold fast to what is good. Surround yourself with people who love and care for you genuinely, who uplift you. Walk in and smile at them. Give them a
Right.
handshake, give them a hug, whatever. You never know what a person could be going through. We
Yeah.
talked about paying it forward. Pay it forward to the next person. You never know what they could be going through in their life, what they're feeling. Some people could say, I'm okay, but they're not okay.
Nope.
Mental health is real. So it's considerate that we sit down, have conversations with people, talk to them, find out how's your day?
Yeah.
What can I do to help you? What can I do to make you feel better?
Yes.
What can I do to help you fix the problem? Sit
Yep.
down and talk to them, because it goes a long way. Just sitting down for a few minutes and hearing that person's story, you find out more about them. So I want you all to take away from that. And again, stay uplifted in prayer.
Yes.
You are divinely protected, and we've covered this in the beginning of our conversation. You are divinely made in His creation, and I want each and every one of you to remember that. It might seem like a dark time now, but God is taking us through this. I said this yesterday with LaTroy. I said, this is a test for all of us. This dark cloud that's hanging over all of us, this dark period might seem like for everybody, like, oh God, why are we going through this? This is a test for each and every one of us, y'all.
Yep.
And we're going to pass this test
Yes, we are.
successfully.
In
Because
Jesus'
we've
name.
been through many things, from Katrina to the pandemic in 2020. We've been through many things we would have never thought we would have experienced. But
Yeah.
this is just a test. And I want each and every one of you to remember that. Stay uplifted in prayer. Stay in your communities, form community, and
Yeah.
find people who are like-minded like yourself.
Yeah.
And I just found a new sister today, so I am honored to call this woman here my sister.
Call me
So
anytime.
yes, girl, and I'm gonna have you back on the show. We gotta have you back. And her books, Conquer and Overcome, are out on Amazon. Make sure you guys please go and check it out. And Stephanie, let everyone know where they can check you out.
My Facebook, Stephanie S. West. My Instagram, s.westceo. Me up on Google. I'm Googleable, y'all, so you can check me out on Google. All my magazines, interviews, whatever will pop up for you, or just inbox me, hit me up. Any questions, concerns, or advice, I'm here to help.
And that's what she will definitely give you advice. I'm here as well too. My DMs are open, because y'all have been flooding me,
Mm-hmm.
letting me know we're scared. What do we do next? What do we do next? Stay uplifted in prayer. There's
Yes.
only one king. He wants to be a king. That person who is an occupant, as Roland Martin would say, he's an occupant of the White House. There's one king and one lawmaker, and the Alpha and
Yep.
the Omega, and that is the man above. He makes the rules,
Exactly.
not that man right there, but he makes the
Exactly.
rules. So don't y'all worry. We're going to be all right. This is a test for all of us.
Yes,
My
we
mother told me
will.
that as well, too. Because people, the first thing when he won, they would message me like, oh my God, we're doomed. What do we do next? What do we
Nope.
do? Don't worry. We've been through this.
Yeah.
Don't be
And we're
fearful.
going to get through it.
Don't cower in
God knows
fear.
what He's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And trust his day is coming. You see everything, Dad. He's not going the way he wants it to go.
Yes.
It's not working in his
Yes.
favor. So don't worry, y'all. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be all right.
Yes,
And I
we.
want to reassure y'all of that. So
Well, thank you for having me on the show so much. I appreciate it. I know you found me through Andre, but hey, stay connected with me. I love to come back. If you know anybody else that would love to have a conversation with me, you already know to tell them to hit me up. I would have no problem talking to any of them. And
I
I
sure
appreciate
will,
you.
girl. And Nurse Chula said part 2. We definitely gonna bring you back for a part 2. I would love to bring you back in the winter. We gotta catch up.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Wow, you are so welcome, girl. Joining me
Oh,
tomorrow, we have Germano Toussaint in this interview. Well, it's not really an interview, it's a conversation. I feel like I was chatting with the girlfriend the whole time. So make sure you guys head on over and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime to check out this whole conversation, because it was a conversation. It wasn't really an interview. It was just like we were
Yeah.
Black women speaking from our experiences of what we've encountered and seen other women experience as well too in life in general. So I hope this helped. Again, stay hopeful, stay mindful, and protect your peace, y'all. Protect your peace. Tune out if you need to, but talk to people. We're here. We love y'all. Take care, Fashion Dolls.